So you should have completed part 1 of solving equations with variables on both sides of the equal sign. So this is part 2. These are your 3 final practice problems to complete, numbers 4, 5, and 6. So copy these down in your notebook in the boxes for 4, 5, and 6. Complete them on your own, or you can follow along with the video. If you complete them on your own, check back in, and then we'll work through them together. So let's see how you did with number 4. First step, distribute if necessary. I see absolutely no parentheses, so I do not have to distribute. Second step, combine like terms if necessary. The left side, these are unlike terms. The right side, these are unlike terms. So step 3, get all your variable terms on one side of the equal sign. So we like to get it on the left side, so I'm going to get rid of this 6m on the right side. So I subtract 6m from both sides of my equal sign. And then on my left side, 4 minus 6, again, keep, change, change, and then I subtract because these are opposite signs, positive and then a negative. So I subtract, this is 2, 6 minus 4 is 2. I keep my negative sign because 6 has a greater absolute value. So this becomes negative 2m minus 17 equals, on my right side, these will cancel out. 25, I bring it down. So positive 25 because that's the plus in front of it. My next step, I get rid of the constant, so I add 17 to both sides. And then on my left side, these will cancel out. I'm left with negative 2m, bring down the entire term, negative 2m equals, and then I add 5 plus 7 is 2, carry 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get negative 2m equals 42. My last step, I divide by my coefficient, my entire coefficient, which is negative 2. Not just 2, but negative 2. And then I'm left with m equals 42 divided by negative 2 is going to be negative 21. It's negative because a positive divided by a negative gives me a negative. So m equals negative 21. Let's see how you did with number 5. So first step, distribute if necessary. Definitely have to distribute because I see parentheses on both sides. So 8 times the quantity of a minus 2, I distribute. 8 times a I know is 8a. 8 times this negative 2, so 8 times negative 2 is negative 16. So I write it as minus 16. Bring down my equal sign. On the right side, distribute 10 times the quantity, what was that? 10 times the quantity of a plus 2, so 10 times a is 10a. 10 times this positive 2 is 20, positive 20, so plus 20. After I distribute, I know I have to combine like terms if necessary. Nothing to combine on the left side because they're unlike terms. Nothing to combine on the right side because they're unlike terms. So now I have to get my variable terms on one side, so get it on the left side. So I get rid of this 10a by subtracting 10a from both sides, so minus 10a. On my left side, I know that 8 minus 10, I keep, change subtraction to addition, change the second number to its opposite, and then I subtract. 10 minus 8 I know is 2. I keep my negative sign because negative 10 has a greater absolute value. So negative 2a, bring down my entire minus 16 equals, these will cancel out, so I'm left with positive 20, so equals 20. And then I get rid of my constant, so add 16 to both sides. On my left side, I have negative 2a remaining, so keep in mind that negative 2a. Bring down my equal sign, and then I add, this is 6, 2 plus 1, I know is 3. And then divide both sides by negative 2, my coefficient, so divide by negative 2. On my left side, these will cancel out, so I have a equals 36 divided by negative 2. First of all, I know it's going to be a negative because positive divided by negative is a negative. 36 divided by negative 2 I know is negative 18. So number 5, a equals negative 18. And then let's see how you did with number 6. First step, distribute if necessary. I do not have to distribute anything on the left side, but I do have to distribute on the right side because I see parentheses. So go ahead and write down 2 minus 5x because I'm not doing anything to the left side. And then I'll keep my 9 because that's outside of the parentheses. And then I'll do 2 times 1 and then 2 times that negative 4x. So I know 2 times 1 is positive 2, so plus 2. And then 2 times negative 4x, so 2 times negative 4 will give me negative 8, so minus 8x. And then my next step, so I've distributed, combine like terms if necessary. On the left side, nothing to combine because they're unlike terms, so 2 minus 5x, I'll keep it. And then this 9 plus 2, they're both constant. They're both just numbers, so I can combine them. 9 plus 2 is 11. And then I'm going to keep this minus 8x, so bring down the minus 8x. And then after I combine like terms, I have to get the variable terms on one side, preferably the left side. So I have to get rid of this minus 8x. So I have to add 8x to both sides. On my left side, keep it lined up, so write it underneath that minus 5x. So plus 8x. To both sides. I already used orange. And then I'm going to do here, so first keep the 2. Then do negative 5 plus 8. Since my signs are different, I'm going to subtract. 8 minus 5 I know is 3. I'm going to make it or keep it positive because 8 has a greater absolute value and it's positive. So this becomes plus 3x. Bring down my equal sign. On my right side, these will cancel out, so I'm left with 11. And then on my left side, we're used to seeing the constant over here, but we can still get rid of it, even if it's written over on this side. So to get rid of this positive 2, I subtract 2 from both sides. My left side, I'm left with 3x. Bring down my equal sign. 11 minus 2 I know is 9. And then my very last step, divide by my coefficient, and I get x equals 3. So the very last thing you have to do is the exit ticket, so complete this on a separate sheet of paper. So solve this equation that has variables on both sides. Remember your steps. You can refer to your notes if you'd like. Once you're finished, please turn it in.